so fast.
You'll like what I have for sale, I promise. Won't find better wares.
Okay, deep secrets of the area. Excuse me.
You'll regret not stopping when you're in the thick of it. Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
This must be some horrible mistake. I hope Bahavas knows what he's doing.
Buy what you need, leave the rest.
Word is that the Outlanders are only here to weed out traitors. So, at least I'm safe.
Come, take a look. I'll give you a good price. Check out these wares.
Strange. I used to walk by
Only the
same old
finest
path
goods
every
here.
morning, but
See for yourself.
I haven't seen him today.
Would you like to buy something today? Won't cost you but a shard to look. Take a look at these wares.
I think these disappearances are a blessing. It's the sun drawing the faithful out of misery.
I've got all the best goods here.
Look, if this ceasefire means we'll be getting more supplies coming through Sunfall, I'm all for it. I shudder to think what sort of work the savages have been doing for Bahavas.
The best route. So let's go ahead and do that. And we can get a charger right there.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Alright, it's dumped.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
This one before I get caught.
It just doesn't make sense.
One
day, he had a little cough. The next he's gone.
I guess nobody is immune to the temptation of heresy. Not even Uthid.
Is this the right way? I think I'm going wrong way. No, here's the trail. Alright. I guess it's the right way.
Why'd he try to kill the Sun King?
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime,
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
There's got to be more to this Uthid story than I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Out of the way, fat butt.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King. The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside? I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
Do the will of the sun!
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Level 10, not bad. If I can push this guy. Okay, level 20. We're getting there. Yeah, I'm starting to look pretty good. Level 30. Come get some. Ooh, I got moves now. Oh, a dragon?
Well, the
That's all you
Kestrels.
got? Come on.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Yeah, boy. Download Infinity Kingdom today. Gotta get this game.
If you cause trouble, you'll find yourself in the Sun Ring, Outlander.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Get away from Teresa right now, or I will destroy you. Who are you? You don't need to know. Are you playing Lord of the Rings? Well, Tracy, take his town. Oh, they're not friends. Then conscript. Why haven't we finished the battle yet? Then spend some money to buy an acceleration package. Are you joking with me? Money can get everything. Down your fingers.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
You guys seem to be having trouble with that behemoth. Oh well. They decide to go in there, they can do it.
Strike from below. We're not going to get to use that. We won't have that in time. I think we should get this. So if there's enemies down there, that way we don't have to crouch all the time. We can run if we have to.
So there's some supply crates littered all over the city. I'm not going to bother picking
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
right there, may as well. See, they're still fighting that behemoth. Actually, he might have won. Oh, no, some guy's still down there.
Yeah, we'll get this here. Next time we'll get, I guess, a triple shot.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello?
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
Ugh!
I underestimated you. Think by now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Continue with our quest. We can drop down right here. Skip across here.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Another incident. Morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another...
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place?
As we have already requested, we need human translators. Fluent in Polish, for example. Security staff who can subdue and raise embryologists, for example. And dermal sedatives. Calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well-behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. That was from lounge staff to admin. Subject, another incident. And then there's another data point over here. We need support too. From reception staff to admin. Subject, we need support too. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing 20 candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Lang bots are not sufficient. And mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support would be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. And we get some medicine. I believe we have some data points around here. Here's one of them. Soundproofing?
The girl doesn't falter here. You, move.
Soundproofing? From lounge staff to admin. Subject, soundproofing? Would it be possible to improve the sound?
Come on, gents!
That hurt!
But the ones who scream or sob, candidates waiting their turn. And then there should be another right here. Restock or else.
First have to trap and print to stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of organic cucumber mint or blackberry stage varietal, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Alright, and what's this thingy? Secure containment hatch, titanium metal alloy, gene-locked entry via identity. Oh, I think it's catching that door way at the entrance. Alright, we got the flag crate, and I believe that's it. Check the side room real quick.
Eurosemp exam. Ask your healthcare provider today about her sample.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the news. The Zero Dawn is a top secret super weapons program.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience. Is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon? You previously worked for Faro Automated Systems.
On the Chariot Line self-replication routines? I came here thinking this was a rendition.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die? We're going to be able to...
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news. It's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stocks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world, and most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how'd it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Another data point right here. Interview Captain Okuro. Voice recording candidate interview information warfare specialist NAC.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your
Medical
protection.
wing inaccessible.
Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought we're just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What are you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Alright, so let's go to the other side, and there's some more data points. Yeah, nope, we never checked this guy. Yeah, we did. Yeah, blast trap. Interviewed Tom Page. Voice recording candidate interview, PhD, molecular and cellular biology. Ah, a little too slow again. That is accurate, yes. Study mechanical monstrosity. Not just people, all organic matter.
Intruder! Get her! Eyes on
Whatever
me,
you
Lawrence!
do, don't die now.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative?
Not that one.
Nothingness. For there to have been all this, and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. The counsellor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man.
Is there another route?
Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Can't carry more.
Back down.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous...
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian, His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now? And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
And I picked one up earlier on accident. Where is it?
Where did I put that fucking gun at? Is it back there?
Oh.
My turn.
I just went through here, didn't I? Yeah, I just went through there.
Make sure. It looks like we did.
Now, where do I go? Down here? Oh, I just was
Here we go.
down here.
Another one of these. There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
I gotta go up. What's that say? Left, up. Left, up, left. Left, up, left, down. Down. And what's the last one? Left, up, left, down, right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Okay, we need that part.
Found one. Looks intact.
Okay, we've got another data point. Make your selection.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn. Classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you.
Okay.
Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist in making your choice. Participation.
Down, left, up.
Sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communications with family members
Okay, down, left, up.
monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium
Right, down.
habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible. You will not be permitted contact with the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. 3. Medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
And we got another data point. Counselor guidelines. Counselor guidelines 2.
She must
Oh, I can't get that fucking weapon, damn it.
It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment.
Looks like we're introduced.
Candidates, they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will
Please, Shadow.
Respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, with admirable responses. Emphasize
Your
the value
end
of
has
candidates'
come.
expertise in the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may fault the morality of extending their lifespan and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate
Where'd you
their
go?
acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards...
It's a game then! Search and destroy?
Candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review
I see ya!
presentations as many times as they wish, and allow access to supplemental articles C01 to allow them to suspend the interviews and fully process the document.
Night comes.
A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important for the future to make this decision timely and without judgment. Advise them of the
What was that?
24-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place.
Okay, no more sneaking.
Or her will. Or her or his will. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to make their decision.
Get back in there and fight! Slippery one!
We have another data point right here. Interview 2, Brad Anda.
You will not escape the shadow! She disappeared! Out of the light! Where is she?
Off you go.
Shadow find them.
Another data point. Interview 2, Suzanne Alfred.
That's the last of them.
Alert. HVAC structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
We've got intruders. Die!
Alert. Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
The option to end it. Got another data point right here. Interview 2, Ron Feldman. Alright, over here.
Hello.
Stranded items, I think they're called? Yeah, stranded shackles. It's a special item. I need to figure out what these are for. I think it might be some vendor in Meridian. Anyways, I've got two of them now. I've got the stranded necklace and the stranded shackles. So, need to figure out a use for those. I'll need to remember to go check out Meridian vendors. It's probably one of those. And hopefully there's anything else in here, so let's keep moving. Actually, let me just check my notebook, make sure everything looks in order. And I've got this metal flower highlighted for some reason. Let's get rid of that. Okay, all the audio holograms look good. Got the hologram data points. And the quest things look good. Why is this highlighted? That's in bold. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Let's keep going.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs.
While that plays for a second, I'm going to use the restroom.
Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes. Time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
Oh man, my teeth were floating. All that water I'd been drinking, plus I had like two of those cup of soup things. I had all that liquid plus the liquid from like almost 3 bottles of water. I just couldn't hold it no more. Excuse me. And fill back up again. Oh my. Let's check the timer so we're not going too far over. Right on time. Okay guys, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't, so you'll be able to hopefully get notified when there's another video out by me. And we will be right back with another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. So come on back.